Hey everyone, and welcome to a special episode of A Darkened Wish, the series, where I, Devin,
And I, Dustin, guest CoDM, a 5th edition game of Dungeons and Dragons.
yes, much fun will be had. For those that do not know, we are the co-DMs of D4. And if you are interested, you can watch our typical amazing DM, B. Dave Walters, who took over our show last Sunday. And you can watch that episode 69 on our Rock Punch YouTube channel.
Before we begin, Season 2, Episode 4, A Darkened Wish, where the A in Darkened has been switched to a 4, let's get introduced to the amazing players and their wonderful characters. Starting with May.
Hi there, I'm Mayleigh Damage. I don't know how to unmute my mic. I'm good at that. And I am playing Helene.
And Sam.
I'm Sam DeLeve, ladies man, man's man, trans man, man about town, and I am playing Aiden, our swashbuckler rogue.
Aki.
Hi, everybody. I'm Aki, and I play Kerrin and Karrin, your clerics of Elven persuasion.
D'Artagnan.
Hello, I'm D'Artagnan Mattaliano, and I'm playing Xander of the Human Persuasion.
And last but not least is Alcuin.
Hey, I'm Alcuin Gersh, and I'm playing Rayonde, the Dragonborn monk.
All right.
We want to take a moment to thank all of the people that make this particular show possible. Not only the wonderful community and the viewers that support through bits and tips, but also the production team at Q Times, and of course the sponsors D&D Beyond, Dogmite Games, and Level Up Dice.
And now, without further ado, let us immerse ourselves into the chronicles of A Darkened Wish.
Hello. Welcome to Darkened Wish with D4. But our players, you all stand beaten, broken, bruised, and weary, yet still triumphant, as you have just escaped the clutches of a bone claw and thwarted the destructive wrath of a beholder. Now standing over the corpses of each in the small town of Crestholm, just a half day's ride from Waterdeep. The ruins of the town around you echo the fight you just survived as you see the townsfolk begin to peer out from hiding as the sounds of chaos and destruction have begun to fade for several moments now. You see your gray-rendered friend, Peter Parkour, lying wounded, breathing heavily on the ground nearby.
When suddenly a feeling of dread washes over you as the dusk-lit sky painted in the beautiful watercolor sunset gradient begins to very rapidly grow brighter and brighter. It's as if the heavens above are becoming engulfed in a flash of blinding white light. You look around for that split second and realize no one else in the town is noticing it, as even they are washed away in the flash of brilliance. You reactively close your eyes and protect yourself from being blinded before realizing the warm summer sun is gone. The town you have just saved, gone. The sounds of the world around you, gone. And light itself, gone. All replaced by the dark, cold, damp, amorphous tunnels of some sort of cave system.
I mean, at least we've got each other, though, right? Are we together? Are all of us together?
Yes, you are all together.
Those of you who do have dark vision, look around and you can see everyone around you. Those of you who do not have dark vision, it's dark.
Well, I just felt it, because we're all
yeah. But yeah, you can still feel the presence of your group around you, even if you weren't right next to each other at the end of that battle. You are still together in this cave system.
Yeah.
I'm just going to light my torch real quick so I can see things.
What the hell just happened?
We're back in the Underdark.
Are we?
How?
Hmm?
I- that's all really weird. Also, where is Peter Parkour? Do you guys see
where
him?
is he?
Who's that?
Oh, well, friendly to me, the bitey one to you.
Yeah, Blighty.
Yeah, I'm
Big
happy to
Blighty.
hear that. Yeah, I'm glad that's not in the dark with us right now.
Big Bitey was his middle name. Yes.
I mean, he seemed quite friendly and relentless. Both good qualities in a friend.
Do I recognize where we are? Like,
Looking around, you see crags of stalactites and stalagmites growing from both above and below, creating an image of a wandering labyrinth through like wandering through jaws of a gargantuan creature. The air is stagnant and stale, and the glistening damp wetness of the stone around you only makes it feel more and more like you're in the mouth of something unknown. You eventually find looking around either for Peter Parkour or trying to get a bearings of where you might be
As the light from Xander's torch is flickering. You kind of using this to see around.
Yeah, you find multiple passages leading in multiple directions. However, in one direction, you see a faint fuchsia light pulsing and swirling as the light dances across the tunnel walls emanating from further in. But you don't know where you are exactly.
Yeah, it could be a cave system. It could be the Underdark. I mean, as it is right now, it is just a cavern system. There's nothing really telltale yet to kind of determine an exact place of where you are, whether if you are deep enough in the Underdark, or if you're just in a mountain, or under the city that you were just in,
Or on another world.
or on
Yeah,
another
that's
world.
the Underdark. That's where we were.
Helene would like to cast light on the end of her staff and kind of use that as a torch as well.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
you do it, and the top of it kind of glows this bright. What color light is it on Helene's staff?
It varies between purple and red to either, match her outfit or her hair. I think today we'll go with red.
Red. All right, I like it.
And then this red light, which is a nice soft light for those that do not have dark vision, that shows the shadows and everything that seems to glisten off the wet stone. But you, like I said, you see this one tunnel that may have some light down it, possibly a sign of civilization.
well, I think before we go any further, who needs healing?
I mean, I could use a rest of some
Yeah.
sort.
I'm
I need to
fine.
meditate.
And there's just a little blood. Just a little blood. I'm fine.
I'm
Yeah,
just gonna do a
Aiden.
quick healing word here for my friends.
Of
And
course.
See if we can't get them feeling just slightly better. So let's see. Hold on. Let me.
I wasn't using those ribs for anything. Don't even worry about it. It's not a big deal.
Just sit down, Aiden, and relax. You don't have to be tough.
You know what?
You're hurt.
Screw it. I have a 6th level heal for a reason. Everybody takes 70 hit points.
Well, that's to be refilled.
Yeah, that feels a lot better. Thank you, guys. Anybody else see that weird purple light up ahead?
Well,
Yeah.
I do. And
Yeah, I'm
now
not
that
sold on it.
my body is fully structured, I am tempted to immediately go toward it and check it out. I'll scout ahead a little bit. Is that all right with you guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you if that's okay.
Look, I understand you believe that the stealth outside of the village is professional quality, and I'm not here to judge.
Can I nominate myself instead? Maybe Aiden and I should go. Xander.
All right, I'm okay with that.
All right.
I just
Keep
worry
up.
about you, Aiden.
Yeah, I just your cheek a little bit.
All right, so Rayonde and Aiden kind of break away and scout ahead. Are you being super sneaky, or yeah? Go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Quite stealthily, I hope.
No one needs that. No one needs it. A rogue does not need the natural 20 on the stealth check. They were fine. He was fine the whole time, but he has it.
Are you sure? What's your total?
yeah,
That's a 32.
yeah. Aiden's gone. Just
It's to prop up my 12.
yeah. that you know,
He's overcompensating for my 12. I'm not operating at my best, honestly.
Well, maybe this is an educational kind of thing. It's a tutorial for you.
Everything is a teachable moment, I think.
Scouting ahead, you can either give me a perception investigation check or a survival check.
No,
Did you just roll another one?
this is so bad. I can't do this on the preliminary things that I have.
Yeah, you're going to use them all up on the.
It's
Yeah,
another
this is
one now.
terrifying.
Excellent, yes.
Oh
I got-
no!
I got an
This is really
18 on that one.
Which Rayonde, which one did you do? Survival or perception investigation?
Perception.
Perception, okay. And Aiden?
Yeah, also perception, so 29.
Okay. So both of you easily looking around and investigating the light. You wind through the naturally grown tunnel, traversing over boulders, gravel hills, and squeezing through tighter pockets, either on your own or through the use of magic to get here and there. Scouting ahead, nothing goes, so everyone is, I'm going to assume, is following behind as long as, they don't come back and go, it's bad, don't come, no!
Yeah.
Or you don't hear the screams of agonizing pain and destruction coming from ahead. Eventually, with Aiden and Rayonde scouting ahead, you make your way into a large cave pocket, illuminated in the ethereal pinkish purple glow that swirls from overhead like a subterranean aurora borealis. You can feel the presence of its magic as the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end, yet it does not feel malicious or foreboding, just the acknowledgement of old, long-lasting magical weave. But what catches your eye in here more so is the elevated ledge that slinks into a small pocket that overlooks the entirety of the room. You're not sure where you are, how you got here, what lies ahead, or how long it may be until you find the sign of civilization.
I mean, this is very pretty, but also possibly very dangerous.
I want to climb it. I want to climb it so bad.
I understand that, and that's
Look at
legitimate.
it.
But please don't. At least not now.
Yeah, give us a chance to check it first.
By climbing!
Or by sensing what kind of magic it is first, maybe?
As opposed to, say, flying into it, which I would not recommend. But we have people in our group who are prone to doing that. So I'm just putting that out there. Let's, like Karrin says, extra sensory perception first.
Fine. Yep. Then I climb it.
And I would say, Aki, Kieran or Kerrin, you can give us a Arcana or Nature check on the glow of this room.
Maybe even history.
Or even history. I would also say Helene could also make this roll. Arcana or history, your choice.
Or nature.
Well,
Or nature.
I mean, you're not going to get much help from me because I only rolled an 8. Boo. I don't get to be good at things in this game.
So 17 for Helene.
Okay.
17. Okay, so long time ago, there was this magical weave known as the Fairsress that created the tunnels of the Underdark. And with the 17 that it sometimes has ill effects on magic, but you are not 100% sure on what magics those are.
But that ominous glow that is kind of radiating from this entire area is fierceness, and it's not a bad, it's not necessarily a bad magical. It's just ancient weave, kind of left over. That's kind of just residual that you find in pockets of the Underdark, and you can also pretty much guarantee that you are somewhere in the Underdark now.
All right. So if this thing is benign, but could it still attract something else? I mean, if it's powerful, people might want to exploit it.
I don't know, but I do know that it's I guess it messes with some types of magic. Maybe we might end up finding some things that we do are not as effective as usual down here, but definitely Underdark.
you said this magic, Helene. Do you think this might be why we're down here? Like maybe it teleported us? Can it do that?
Oh, I don't know. This is all very pretty, but very strange. Yeah.
I would just like to figure out why we're here. That's the most concerning thing to me.
I would like to get out of here. We need to get out of the Underdark as quickly as possible.
I'm with Aiden on this.
If magic doesn't work, then we use non-magical means to get out. I try not to look too pleased with myself about the notion of climbing.
But you mean, okay, I thought you were going to say digging. I'm like, well, that could take a while.
You'd have to go all the way through faster up.
I think it might be just some magic, though. I'm not sure because my light still works. Does it? Was it still?
Oh yeah,
on?
100% still works.
My light still works, so I think it's some. I don't know. It might be a little glitchy. Might be a little weird. Some things.
And we were able to heal all of you. Maybe proximity has something to do with it too?
So maybe careful on fireballs until we know more.
Yeah.
Duly noted.
Is there a path forward? Or
There are many paths forward.
There are 3 paths or 2 other paths out of here. But yeah, there's 2 other paths out of here. Yeah, that's basically it.
I feel like any wind or like a draft or maybe see some lights that is not magical.
You do not feel any wind, but there is the undertone of wind that is in cave systems. That's just that very, very light drone, but is not enough to feel anything. So you don't know which direction is the right direction. You're not even sure if, the correct direction is behind you. And through the multiple cave systems that were spread, like spiraling out from that one pocket you came from.
Yep.
It is, you have no idea how long you could be in here, what time of day it is, and anything like that.
Well, sick.
Why don't we take a closer look at what's going up on that ledge over there that Aiden seems excited about? I mean, let's give him a chance to climb something.
Yeah.
Climbing is not magic.
It is when I do it.
Nice.
All right, so Aiden, do you head towards the ledge? It's about 20 feet up, super easy to scale and climb. And as you climb on top of this ledge, it drops into the middle of a small grotto. Below is about a 15 square foot area covered in a soft bed of dimly bioluminescent mushrooms. You have a perfect view of all 3 tunnels that lead into this wide cavernous tunnel that stretches about 80 feet across and 100 feet end to end. The mushrooms look edible and create a nice comfortable bed layer to keep you elevated off the hard stone ground if you were to take a rest.
I got shrooms up here. Come on.
I'm instantly going up there.
Nice.
Don't eat any of them first. Let us check them.
Yeah, come here, take a look.
One of them first.
Are you going to eat one before we can even get there?
I would like to do that.
Okay, if you're eating one, please make a D100 roll.
All right.
I'm just looking at Karrin and Kerrin and just shaking my head in disappointment.
They are shaking their heads in return to you.
I'm just curious. I'm next if it works.
I have a 64.
All right, so you pick it and you go and you munch on it, and you're very chewy, and
has like a strange taste to it, and then you realize at some point somehow you recognize the taste and at least the texture as almost leather like.
And yeah, and like there was like at some point, like on the ship, you had to put your belt in your mouth and bite down on it, to get in that taste of old leather is what this mushroom tastes like.
I'm not dead though.
Nope.
Nope,
It tastes like leather.
not
It's
this time.
disgusting. Do you want some, Aiden?
Are you seeing things or something?
Just you.
I get the rest of the mushroom out of his hand. And,
By one, make a D100 roll.
yep. I mean, it was fine when he did it, so
Yep.
obviously.
Helene took a bite too. She got an 11.
Okay.
77.
Ooh.
Helene, when you literally crunch down on this, it has a nice fresh snap to it. And at first, the texture, you're like, oh, that's unique and different and could be nice. And then you get this acrid, rancid, like 3-month-old celery taste in your mouth.
Aiden, what'd you get? 77?
Yeah.
Oh, you bite down and it
Okay.
is
Okay.
magical. It tastes exactly like watermelon. Like a fresh, juicy watermelon.
I do not know what kind of leather you have been eating, but this is awesome.
Oh, mine was not great either. You must have got a fresh one.
It gets better with chewing, actually. So
Kerrin and Karrin are going to pick one of the mushrooms and just kind of give it a look over. Very,
Don't
very.
do it.
They're
Don't
not
do
going to
it.
eat. We are not interested in trying this. We just want to see what they're putting in their bodies.
Okay. You can go ahead and make a nature check.
It's just a 12.
It is a mushroom. It is definitely edible. It is not poisonous. But you can probably get the sense that maybe with the weird magical area of the fairsness that is in this area that has probably affected them in some way. But they're, from what you can tell just looking over it, they're not any known poisonous mushroom that either of the twins have heard about.
Yeah. It is bioluminescent. It keeps its bioluminescency when you pick it. They are a variety of mushrooms. They're not all the same. And yeah, like you said, not poisonous, or even worse, a venomous mushroom.
So
I think in that case, as they're kind of explaining this to the rest of the group, you know, like you see them kind of split up and they're like each kind of picking one of the various different types of it and kind of tucking them away in their pack, like just getting a bunch of different ones because they're curious now.
Okay.
Yeah.
how long do you think it stays bioluminescent?
The whole way down.
Aiden knows what I'm talking about.
I guess we'll find out in a few hours.
Somebody can roll Arcana. Helena, you can roll it with advantage if you would like.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Hey, yeah, and so the twins immediately, like as you start picking these and looking at them, this is actually, you could use this as the material component for the light spell.
Nice. I think they start shoving some of them into their wizard friend's hand. Ooh, you can use these. These are for you.
Yeah, and Helene got a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
same thing. You get that same, and you're like, as they are shoving them in your hands, you're like, oh, hey, you know what? I kind of pull out some of your components. You're like, oh yeah, they're working.
Yep, she'll take them and put them in her little satchel that she has.
Okay. The day has gone long. You've gone through a serious battle. You're unsure as to how long you're going to be in the Underdark for the coming days, weeks.
Yeah, I will say, like, you looking at where you are and where this cliff face is, it's probably the best place to take a rest if you wanted to risk resting in the Underdark. And two, it gives you a vantage point of the entire little pocket cave that you're in, and is far enough up and away that even if anyone or anything was to come through here, they're probably not going to notice you from where you are in this elevated little cliff face.
I mean, how are people doing on needing to rest. I know the twins heal us for a lot, but I mean, do people have
Yeah, I
access
mean-
to their powerful magics?
I feel pretty fine, but if you guys need to take a rest, I can take guard. I'd also like to grab up some of those little mushrooms and do that as well.
I'll say this. The last fight, it takes a lot out of you to use that the fire and the lightning and all of that. And I think if we come into anything down here, I know that this kind of wonks stuff out a bit, but if we have the best chance of me saving us with any of that, we should probably take a short rest.
Yeah, the things that are down here, we need everybody to be as good as they're going to be.
Yeah. All right, so I'll take up first guard if you guys don't mind, and then we can just go off that.
Hey, I'll take second.
Yeah, I'll take third.
All right, so we have Xander on first watch. We have Rayonde. And then who had third? Aiden. Got it. All right. All right.
So just so that I'm clear, we're taking a long rest on this?
That's up to you guys.
Yeah, 100% up to you guys, but absolutely. And I believe the twins only need 4 hours. Being an elf, they only need to do that. So we can even put the twins on the fourth watch if it comes to that. If you need it, then you guys they can take their rest in the first half and then be there for the second half.
I actually do need a long rest, by the way. I said short rest for dialogue and flavor purposes of Helene trying to play it cool, but I do need to take a long rest.
Helene,
Yeah,
Helene
that
goes
spell
to
slots
take
are low.
Helene goes to take a little cat nap, and you guys just can't wake her up for 8 hours. It's crazy.
Gone, just out.
We've all been there.
It was the
Yeah.
bioluminescent mushrooms, and that's my story.
Sticking to it.
All right, so Xander, you take the first watch as everyone kind of settles down, and the mushroom bed actually forms a nice, like cushiony, like mattress to kind of lay down on. It's probably one of the nicer, like out in the thick of it that you all have had,
especially in the cavernous system.
especially in the Underdark and in the cavernous system. And Xander, your watch is quiet. Nothing seems to change beyond the pulsing and dimming of the light illuminating the cavern.
And I guess I'm just gonna wake up Rayonde.
All right.
It's your turn.
You
Wake
didn't
up.
wake me up. I was sitting right next to you.
Shh. I pay
Quietly. Quietly. Didn't even hear me.
And Rayonde, if you would like to use your passive or active perception for your watch, just let us know.
I'll do my passive. It's quite good. That way I can meditate at the same time.
Okay, what is your passive?
17.
Okay. All right. So as you're watching, everything for most of your time is fine. So you watch the lights dance across the ceiling until about an hour into it, you start to hear the faint flapping of wings echoing through the chamber.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go wake up Aiden.
My watch already?
Aiden, I think they're bats.
This one doesn't taste like watermelon.
No, Aiden, bats. Can you hear that?
Are those bats?
It sounds like wings, like flapping wings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake
I
the
see it.
others.
Did you just see it?
Yeah, I'm gonna wake the others.
Yeah.
As you go to wake the others,
Your passive kind of catches a small swarm of horrid flying creatures that looks like a cross between a large bat and an oversized mosquito. Its legs end in sharp pincers, and its long needle-like proboscis extends out like a long stiletto dagger. But as you go to wake the others, as you see them flying by, they go right past you. Don't even seem to notice you.
I didn't wake any. I was gonna wake up the spellcasters last, so I'd probably not disturbed any of them yet.
Yeah, this was before you even got to the next person you were about to wake up.
yeah, you heard the bats, waked Aiden, and then as you went to wake someone else, you just looked quickly, and your peripheral vision saw these other creatures just fly by, as their passive is only a 9.
All right, well, I'm going to go back to my watch then.
Yeah.
After looking at the people I woke up sheepishly, I just don't like being back down here.
Wake me up again if it gets hungry, though. That was unpleasant to put mine eye upon.
Yeah. I mean, and if it is a threat, we've got seconds, literally, to react. So.
Seconds. Oh,
All right, go back to sleep, Aiden.
And for the rest of your watch, nothing seems to happen. And it's a good another hour and a half before you have to wake Aiden back up. But as you go to wake Aiden back up, you move them, and they don't seem to respond. And you keep shaking them until their shoulder crumbles in your hand. You actually see that it is a fully formed mushroom
Duplicate of Aiden. And for a second, you kind of like, oh, gods. But then you look and Aiden's right next to that, asleep.
Okay. Now, I'm not hallucinating because I didn't eat any mushrooms. So I know that this is really happening. Disgusting as it is.
Yep.
All right, I wake Aiden up again.
All right, yeah. And this time you do wake. You actually shake, and Aiden's shoulder does not.
Proboscis!
Aiden, there was a mushroom version of you. It was right next to you.
And you point it out, and there is a full mushroom clone of you with a
crumpled shoulder. It even has the like light blue like skin and everything, as whereas the like bluish mushrooms are on top of that kind of goes into your hair and everything.
My eyes don't look like that, do
they? Yeah, you're not taking this nearly seriously enough. If it had finished becoming your duplicate, it might have replaced you somehow. This is why you don't go eating random mushrooms you find in caves in the Underdark. What's wrong with all these people?
I mean, eating non-random mushrooms, that better? Did the thing go by again?
Oh.
All right. Get sleep, wake up, be less cranky about mushrooms. You can't
Just keep an eye on me. And I mean, I know I'm not going to grow a mushroom duplicate because I didn't eat any mushrooms because I'm a sensible person. But keep an eye on the others, especially the ones who've eaten other mushrooms. Make sure they're not growing a weird pod person.
Pod person. No, but seriously, my eyes. Never mind. Don't worry. We'll talk about it later.
I'm going to sleep now, but who knows if I'll even be able to sleep because I'm not really worried that you're taking this seriously.
Just solemn. No serious.
Aiden, same if you want to use your passive or active perception.
I got reliable talent. I can just roll for it.
Yeah, you do.
That's 19.
Okay. Your watch is actually pretty boring, minus the 10 to 15 minutes at which the surrounding dancing light fades away completely, leaving you in almost complete darkness, only illuminated by the bioluminescent mushrooms.
None of the others of which have tasted like watermelon since the first one I had. Have any of them, like, pod personed?
No, none of the other people have pod personed.
Okay.
Have you eaten another mushroom?
Oh, yes.
Okay, go ahead and make another D100.
60.
60. Yay. Red buttons are fun. After looking upon yourself and seeing and having this internal dialogue about if your eyes truly look like that, and seeing the blue that was the mushrooms and the blue basically blue bioluminescent light that is almost radiating off of these underdark mushrooms, you bite into this and you don't know why and you do not know how, but you have experienced the taste of the color blue. It could be pleasant or unpleasant, that is up to you to decide.
Huh. Blue.
Dabba dee
Different than I
dabba
thought
da.
it'd be.
There seems to be no other effects.
Yep.
Can you let me know when about the twins might have come out of their trance?
Yeah, I'd say it's about this time that the twins have come out of their trance and have joined.
You hear Aiden actually go, huh, blue.
and I think it's that it was that that like one of the twins says that brings the other one out of their trance, and
Yeah, it would probably have been Kerrin,
it was
who is going to sidle over to Aiden.
Hey, Kerrin.
Hi.
This one tastes blue.
Why do you keep eating them?
Because they keep being awesome.
You're going to eat one eventually that isn't awesome, maybe?
That's life, though. You don't not eat the mushroom of life just because some of them are going to taste like leather and celery butt.
Kerrin blushes just a little bit. You really are fearless, aren't you?
Yes, I am definitely fearless. Take that one with you. Take it to the bank. Cash it. I sit up bravely.
I'm sorry we kind of haven't really talked in a while.
Things have been everything. There was the end of the world, and then there kind of wasn't, and there was just that really angry village. Like, things got in the way. I know it doesn't mean that you don't care.
Right. I was thinking that next time we're at the yawning portal, there was that person I met that I told you about. I'd really like to introduce you to them. If you're interested, I mean.
Which person? The cleric?
The
You know that's not
angel.
my bag.
The angel. I know you don't really want to talk about it, and I know that you're probably still upset that I brought it up at all, but I figured that maybe you might have questions, and maybe they can help answer some of them.
That's nice of you.
Well, I mean, you did that thing last time we were in the Underdark, and then kind of just stopped talking to me, and I kind of stopped talking to you, and
It wasn't that, I promise. I don't know. It scares me, and I don't want to scare you.
There are a lot of things that scare me, Aiden, but the thing that scares me the most is that you might not think that I'm someone you can talk to.
Of course I can talk to you. I talk to you about everything. I am an open book, not a book. Can I be an open something else?
We can be the open book, and you can be. Well, I mean, you can't really open a knife, but you can open things with a knife.
Hey, there we go. So I'm the knife that opens the book. Got it. Are you sure you don't want to experience blue? Like, aren't scholars curious or something?
Spending time with you is about all of the blue I'm into experiencing right now.
You're lost.
Hey, once we get into a more controlled environment, we'll try all the mushrooms you want. How does that sound?
Sounds like a date.
Aiden, roll me one more D100.
Absolutely.
Is Helene at the end of her like long rest sleep yet? Is she waking up at the moment?
Not yet.
Not yet.
She's still passed out.
Oh yeah, that human spellcaster low.
Mm.
Need those
92.
full 8 hours. We got 92.
Yeah.
You start munching on this one, and it's almost like a a sweet taste to it, but not like a candy.
But as you bite into it, that spongy texture instantly dissolves into like a liquidy, but also it has other small little globules in that liquid that seems to dissolve and with every bite. It's a really nice soft texture.
As this one tastes just like baked beans.
This food is perfect. I never need anything else. This food is perfect. No negative repercussions to this. Love it.
How are you so damn lucky?
You have rolled really well on this chart.
It's almost as if they have a feat or something
Right?
that they don't even have to use.
Undefeated.
Yep.
That's
And
me.
and we'll say it's about this time that everyone can benefit from a long rest.
Go ahead and click that long rest button.
And as you all awaken, you all start to hear whispers of a conversation echoing off the walls of the cavern below. The voices begin to get heated and grow louder as you are all waking up and kind of coming to.
Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but it's unsettling.
It's an argument.
Aiden, you're sneaky. Do you think?
On it.
Why are all these mushroom crumbs everywhere? Who's been eating more mushrooms?
Sneaking.
Kerrin just gives Rayonde a look, just like,
I hide that I'm eating a mushroom.
Go ahead. Roll that D100.
Oh man,
you're incorrigible, both of you.
this is so good.
Cannot be encouraged.
Aiden, were you doing a stealth check or a stealth roll?
Yep. I was doing a heckin' stealth.
Okay.
Give me that heckin' stealth. What'd you get, Xander?
35.
Oh, and your stealth, Aiden?
22.
Is
They
that
were almost the
22?
same number. Yeah.
Okay. You start to chew this one, and it's almost as if like nostalgia brings you back for a moment as soon as you start to eat this.
It's what's strange is it tastes a little bit more like more saliva in your mouth. And it has the texture of a tongue.
As it tastes like your first kiss.
Oh, this tastes so awkward. Aiden, I think you messed with mine. I don't.
What does it taste like? No, I'm leaving. Tell me later.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, Aiden, as you're peering over the edge, you see what looks like to be a mass gathering of two factions. It is hard to say what they are meeting here for or why they have chosen this area as a meeting place in particular. Whatever it is, they seem to be on the verge of uncivil confrontation between the two main characters quarreling with accusation and apathy.
On one side is a dark-skinned man wearing the Zakaran gold and green robes of nobility, similar to that of a Persian sultan. From his head rains a waterfall of thin, well-kept dreads that just fall past his chest to the waist sash that holds a sheathed, ornate Jambia dagger. To each side, he wields identical, ornate, blood-red Damascus steel scimitars.
Behind him stands four humanoids as still as statues, of various heights and races, in tattered and layered hooded robes obscuring their skull-painted faces. The robes all look to be ruined, decayed, and dirtied as if robbed from a grave. Each of them has in one hand, an arm bound in chain that wraps up to a skull that hangs and dangles from the metal links. Their other hand looks black and decayed as it twitches with swirling arcane putrid green necrotic energy.
Almost mirrored to them across the wet stone is a row of humanoids in multi-layered, dull plum robes. Their hands weave and stretch as nearly invisible blades of shadow emerge into each of their hands from dark tendrils that writhe like tentacles. Across each of their foreheads is a hexagonal tattoo or scarification where an awakened third black nebula-like eye emerges in the center.
In front of them is a honey-skinned masked figure in fine black Mulholland-style Egyptian pharaoh robes with gold and red embellishments. Their hands fade into dark, elongated claws that match the black ichor that seeps out of the eyes and mouth of the almost pure white wooden holly mask. His voice haunting and sinister as it echoes from behind the mask and off the walls.
And you all can hear this conversation taking place. Tell us where your master is, and you may live this day.
I'm afraid you seem to have us confused with someone else, friend. For I am my own master.
Do not jest with me, Sanguisuga. We know that Three's influence is here in the Splendors. We know what you are. Tell us where Bay Alcursi is hiding.
I grow tired of this conversation, I assure you. I have no idea of what you speak. Leave us to our own machinations, if you please.
If you will not give us what we seek, we shall seep it from your mind. The crowned prince of Moragum will be his, as will the other two.
While the Mulholland masked man finishes his threat, you see the cultists behind him start a ritual as their eyes fade from normal to a dilated, full, scleral black nebula, matching the third eye upon their forehead while speaking in unison.
Do it. What are the rest of you doing while this is happening? So you can all hear this conversation kind of echoing out. Do the rest of you kind of creep up or just listen? Or is it just Aiden who's peering over the side?
I'm trying to forget my first kiss. But after that, I would like to stealthily sneak up. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, come here, watch me.
Helene's just gonna listen. She's not very good at sneaky.
Okay.
I think I'm actually going to hang back. And
Okay. So
go
Rayonde's
for
hanging
Helene as
back.
well.
Xander's going up. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, Xander.
I think one twin will go and one twin will stay, just for the heck of it. Why not?
So go ahead and give me a stealth check for whichever twin it is that is sneaking up.
Xander, what was your total?
It'd be 11.
Okay.
Well, the twins aren't helping you out here because it's a 5 for them.
Okay.
Which twin is moving with us?
Take a wild guess.
Is it Kerrin?
Oh, like you have a 50-50 chance every time.
I think it's every time I guess, it's always the other one. So I'm going to start guessing what I think it is not. Then
You've done that too, and then you just overthought it.
I know that, Aiden.
It's staying back.
Staying back? Okay.
Yep.
So Karrin is going, Kerrin is staying back.
Okay, got it. So as the three of you peer over and you watch as the other cultists begin this chant in unison. Blessed are the ignorant, for they shall know enlightenment. Blessed are the innocent, for they shall be made whole. Blessed are the unworthy, for they will be shown truth. Blessed are the suffering, for they are finally learning. Blessed are the heretics, for they shall be eaten last and bear witness. Blessed are the devout, for they shall be eaten first and know peace. Blessed are the living, for they shall be consumed. Behold the fates rewritten, and you will know me as the one true being, Alpha and Omega.
With each line, they begin to disrobe, moving an intricate ritual circle-like dance. Simultaneously, they stab each other with daggers in the stomach and begin cutting open their abdomen upwards in a single stroke. Crimson pours from their bodies onto the cold stone floor and then tethers together like tendrils as the blood then starts spilling from them and then forms into a growing dark void like black masks floating in between them in the center of where they stand.
And you hear the dark-skinned gentleman with the nobility robes speak up.
I will do none of which you speak, for I am already blessed. You waste blood and deem it divine.
The ebony-skinned man looks at the 4 ratty dressed figures around him.
And then he looks at the chaos that's happening before him, and then he looks up at Kerrin and Xander, and then back at his men and says, deal with this mess.
You all suddenly hear the shrill sounds of hundreds of bats rapidly flying into the cavern from every direction. The sheer amount of them causes chaos to reign throughout the room as you are nearly deafened by the shrieking echoing off the walls that nearly blind you by them constantly flying around and into your faces.
This is even the people that have backed up. You've heard all of this.
It's thousands of bats.
Thousands of bats.
This is a nope. Let's nope out of here.
Yeah, we just pick the greatest places to be. Let's go.
Yeah, this is a big old nope situation.
Helene, can wait. Helene!
Yeah, I'm right here. What?
Okay, sorry, it's dark. I know that you said that fireballs might be dangerous because of the magic ceiling. Could maybe we try to see how dangerous that might be, and head back the other way?
I think a fireball is probably a better bet than lightning, because I think lightning would have to come through that. So yeah. I'll throw a fireball in the direction of I guess a large cloud of these bats first,
Okay.
to see if I can hit them. And I am going to cast that at a level 5.
Okay. So you can feel the energy of the growing amorphic black orb increasing as you watch the entrails of the bleeding cultists get violently ripped from their stomachs and sucked into the void. You hear their screams fade as their skin and flesh is torn asunder and shredded into the swelling mass, leaving nothing behind. Following them is the massive swarm of bats that swirl into the black hole like a shrieking tornado clearing the room.
As your bead falls into the center of the room, trying to take care of not only the bat situation, but possibly the threat that lies below, you watch as your bead goes down and then instantly hooks a hard right and disappears.
And gets sucked into this black hole-like void that is just pulling everything in.
Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go. Everybody out.
Yeah, no more sightseeing, no more mushroom eating. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
As he said that, I grab a mushroom and run.
Yep, one for the road.
Yep. So as you all step getting ready to go, you watch the 4 bodies wreathed in the ratted rags scream out in panic before a sense of calm and serenity washes over them as they are consumed forcefully into the black hole. From behind them, you see a dwarven man in multiple layer robes of an archwizard wrapped in chains throw his manacles over a stalagmite as his body is lifted into the air. Some of his vestments and flesh are torn from him, but he is not consumed by the growing black hole. And as you all stand up to leave, I need you all to make strength saving throws.
Well, it's a big old 8 for Helene.
It's an 8 for me too, bros.
That went about as well as I suspect as could possibly happen for a -1 strength modifier. It's a 2.
All right, let's just go down the line. Aiden.
8 for me, bro.
All right. Xander?
I got a 24 and a question.
Yep.
Can I throw out my rope on one of these? What the mite is the one on the bottom, right? Or is that
Might is bottom, tight is top on the
okay,
top.
so one of the stalagmites, and perchance catch anyone that might be flying towards it?
We'll get there in just a second.
Yep. We're going to put a pin in that, but I like where you're going.
Okay.
Alcuin. Rayonde.
19.
All right.
And Kieran and Kerrin.
Kerrin and Karrin got a 2.
A 2. And Helene. I got an 8. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So,
All right.
Xander, go ahead and just make me a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
And Xander and Rayonde, You slip across the stone, grasping at everything around you, trying to find something to latch onto. Your hands rake through the fungi that shred and rip up from the softer plateau. However, you do find a crack, or in Xander's case, a stalagmite, strong enough to hold from having you swallowed into the void. Parts of your flesh and clothes break away from you, just as the mushrooms did from the ground. So,
I got it. What did you roll? 19. You were able to quickly grab.
one of them, choose who you are grabbing as.
Nope, I rolled it randomly.
Oh, okay.
Yep. You actually grab the twins. So you grab Kerrin and then Karrin, who quickly grabs on to them as you're kind of hanging on. So we will go ahead, and the twins now passed that save because of your actions on saying that, while Aiden and Helene, you try to grab on something, but all you find is air slipping through your fingers. Your body flies through the air as panic washes over you, feeling your skin and wardrobe be torn away from you piece by piece in agonizing pain. The two of you are going to take 22 force damage. Everybody else, the other three, are going to take 11.
Yes. And Aiden and Helene, you know, in this panic, feeling your skin and flesh being ripped from you, you are about to be consumed by this massive unknown. And
Am I able to grab Aiden? Because if so, I would like to cast Fly on both of us.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you go to grab, you absolutely can cast, I believe, at a 4th level slot to get it on both of y'all. And you both have Fly cast on you, but as you feel yourself kind of pull, you slam into something hard and fleshy as you are just like, as you get right there. And suddenly a massive black cloven hoof pours out from where everything has been previously absorbed. Writhing out and up into the heavens, you see massive tendrils writhing out from the dark space as you hear the faint screams and cries of those consumed in the ritual. The black leathery mass begins to intertwine together as you see the remnants of bodies clinging to its mass, seeing each cultist as their heads list back, dangling lifelessly, skewered and attached to this aberration.
Their bodies then get sucked into its flesh, dissolving into a black and purple gradient, obscure flesh. The form that bursts from their bodies has no face or eyes, but is a cylindrical body and is ringed with gaping, whistling mouths. Long, grasping tentacles wave madly from its dorsal side, slapping together like dying fish flopping on the pile of carcasses as it stands on 3 massive hooves.
And as the two of you kind of float and hover just next to this, I need everybody to please make sanity saving throws.
And I have your totals if you need reminders of those. And just for the viewers that do not know, in D4's game, sanity is rolled by a D20 plus the average of your wisdom and intelligence modifiers. It is not a wisdom save for us, because we believe that sanity and madness deals with the entirety of the mind, and you're witnessing things that you cannot comprehend.
Aiden, what'd you get?
In fact, cannot comprehend. That's a big 6 for me. But what you need to remember is I rolled well on some dice. I didn't have to roll well on.
And here we are. Go ahead and roll a D100, and we'll come back to you on that.
Xander.
I got a 16.
Okay.
Rayonde.
It's a 10 for me.
Go ahead and roll a D100 for me. The twins.
13.
Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
And Helene.
Also 13.
All right. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me. Aiden, what'd you get?
44.
Okay. You find yourself consumed with all sorts of emotions looking at this, and you find yourself in a combination of both crying and laughing at the same time as you stare at this entity that should not exist in this world. and it will last for 2 rounds. Next up is Rayonde. What'd you get?
98.
Okay. You immediately like your mind just screams and everything goes black. You immediately fall unconscious. That lasts only for 1 round.
Rayonde, though, in this blackness, your eyes, it's like you just got back into the caves from the light to the dark instantly. And you cannot see anything. And then all of a sudden your eyes start to adjust. You see the faint little lights as they grow and grow, twinkling like starlight. And then you start to realize that it's not starlight at all, but thousands and thousands of eyes as you hear a haunting voice that echoes out from the void. Rayonde.
And the twins. What'd you get on your D100?
40.
Okay. Anytime as you begin to call out and cry out, it just comes out as incoherent babbling. You cannot, neither one of you can form words as you try to just speak. It's just, you can't, so none of your spellcasting verbal components will work right now. And it lasts for 2 rounds. And then last but not least is Helene.
I also rolled a 98.
And just like Rayonde, you are unconscious and you see that black void and then the thousands of eyes. You are alone and you hear a haunting voice speak out from the void. Helene.
And again, you only are going to be unconscious for 1 round. But if everyone would please roll initiative.
Sometimes.
All right.
Roll that.
Yeah. I got it. All right. 25 to 20. Ooh, all right.
I'm a 24. I got a crit on it, so.
I also
Same.
crit. Yep, we all 3 of us rolled natural 20s on our
Why?
initiative.
Because
Why?
that's when we don't need it. That's when we crit.
Ugh.
So what are your totals then?
24.
24. 23. All right. So Aiden and Rayonde, you can decide who goes first. It's up to you.
I rolled a 27.
Oh, okay, above a 25. Got it.
Got it. That's right. I forgot you have crazy initiative.
And then who's going first, Rayonde or Aiden?
Age before beauty.
Yeah,
Right, then you're
Aiden.
first.
Aiden's stealthy, so I think we have a better bet if Aiden goes first.
Also, you're unconscious right now, my doodle. So I think I'm probably going to go first.
Yeah, you might be a little faster. And then the twins.
I will be unconscious forever, though.
I just got a 16, so you know.
It goes next.
Right, like a normal human initiative.
Yeah, you know, I'm just hanging out.
Yep.
From a normal human guy.
You rolled a pretty decent one, but unfortunately, you pulled up last. Even though the 16's a good initiative, but everyone else was like, nah, fire.
Until everyone's over 20.
Yep. Yep.
Helene, seeing this unknown, literal unknown, you are unable to do anything this round, but you then open your eyes and you are standing, you are on the floor at the base of this huge creature that is writhing above you.
And you're kind of looking and you see Aiden kind of hovering next to you, who's just kind of laughing and crying and can't seem to control his emotions. And oh, it does. Yeah. Oh, right. Not hovering because you fell unconscious. So fly goes away. So you're both on the ground. You are prone, however. But it is now Aiden's turn. And you can act normal. You are going to have disadvantage on any dexterity check or saving throw.
It's all right. I don't use those for anything.
Yep. And that'll be, I think I said 2 rounds for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
Uh, I'm scrambling backwards to get behind a stalagmite, just hiding myself away. Nope. So
And
I will
as-
take that disadvantageous hide action.
Got it. Are you disengaging as a bonus action, or are you?
Am I currently engaged?
You are within 10 feet of it, and you feel like those tentacles are probably long enough to get you within that reach.
Then reconsidering just a little bit, is anybody else beflanked? Yes. Helene is at minimum, but is anyone else?
Helene is right next to you on the ground prone, but seems to be coming back to consciousness. Everyone else stayed on the platform.
Yeah, that is way across the room and 20 feet up.
Yep.
Then I'm going to do the Aiden classic. I'm going to pull my short sword, give a nice slash at a tentacle, because they always go like, "Ah!" And that's a very good time to fancy footwork away.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Buckle them swashes.
So you run up and jump off one of its hooven legs and slash at the tendrils that are writhing around, and with that movement, backflip out of the way. How far are you moving?
Well, I should probably make the attack first.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, either one.
Yep.
Let's see, 26.
26 will definitely hit.
Good to know. That would suck otherwise. That'd be real sad.
Yeah.
You cut into its fleshy hide.
Yeah, we're not that evil.
I take nothing for granted. Not right now. Not right now. So that's a cool 34 damage.
Wow, nice.
You actually completely sever one of the tentacles completely off as it hits the ground and continues to flop and move around, trying to lash out around at you. But you break away and move. There is a stalagmite probably about 15, 20 feet away from you.
Yeah, I'm going to take my chances with the disadvantage, and I'm gonna hide behind it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hide.
All
right. And that's a 22.
Okay.
Keep it on brand.
Yeah.
Reliable talent.
That is it. Yeah.
As you slash into this thing, you don't hear it scream out. It doesn't echo through the chambers, but in your head, you hear 1,000 voices in 1,000 different languages just scream out in pain.
Yep. And at the end of your turn, it is going to take a legendary action. And as it moves on the as it does, that scream kind of echoes at everyone except for you, Aiden. Let me actually see if it sees you. It does not see you, so you have successfully hidden, but everyone else, you hear this cacophony of screams and voices as hundreds of voices enter your mind. Even if you are unconscious, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
And we're just going to go down the line once again. Aiden, you're good. Xander.
Yes, 6.
Okay. Yep.
You're going to take 7 psychic damage, and your next attack is at disadvantage.
Dang. Rayonde.
21.
Twins.
What am I adding?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
That is going to be a 13.
You are going to take 7 psychic damage, and your next attack is at disadvantage.
And Helene.
There's a natural 20, first one of the game.
You are
There you
you are
go.
good.
Yes.
You take no damage.
Yep.
And no disadvantage.
There you go. As you all hear these maddening screams, and watching Aiden very roguishly and buckle swashingly attack it and hide behind this large stalagmite.
Rayonde, again, as you look into this mass of blackness and eyes, your mind comes back to you as it all kind of washes away, and you open up your eyes, kind of on your back in the sea of embed of mushrooms. And that is your...
Is there anyone who's in more peril than I am and closer to this thing than me?
There is Helene, who is right by it, and there is kind of right next to you is the twins, who are just kind of like babbling incoherently. But
and how far is it to Helene from where I am?
50 feet.
All right. I'm going to use Step of the Wind, and then I'm going to basically, I have to use half of my movement to stand up, correct?
Correct.
My movement's 50. Step of the Wind gives me dash or disengage.
Yep.
I just want to go try to pick up Helene and just try to run her out of there.
Easy enough. As you move back out, you'll get 50 there. You immediately get to her on the ground. You scoop her up, and as you begin to back up, you're using the dash action to keep moving, or are you gonna disengage with that and then use your action to dash?
I mean, just whatever I can do to try to get away. Basically, it also lets me run on vertical or smooth surfaces or any of that stuff during. So I just want to try to get both of us away.
You can absolutely do that. It is determined if it's going to take an attack or opportunity against you or not.
I'm going to let it take an attack on me.
Okay.
If that means that I can get us further away.
Absolutely. So it is going to attack.
It's a 24 hit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. One of the tentacles, as you go to move about 15 feet away, lunges out at you and wraps around you. You are going to take 19 points of necrotic damage as your flesh begins to wither and singe as it hits you, and then it pulls you 15 feet towards it. You do, however, still have...
You can choose to drop Helene further away if you so wish, or bring her with you.
I'll
but you will still have about 30 feet of movement left as well, because you're monk speed.
Afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got.
Then I wouldn't drop it. No, then both of us
and
try
then,
to get 30 feet away. Then.
Got it. Yep, and you're easily 30 feet away. So, and it looks like this thing probably has about a 15-foot reach with its tentacles. That's around it. It is the twins' turn.
Kerrin and Kerrin.
So, Karrin and Kerrin, just wouldn't you know it? Every single spell a cleric has is verbal. It's really great. And they are also freaking petrified right now and feeling very defenseless. So I think that they're going to take the disengage action this round and try and get away. So that's
okay. You're not. You are up against the wall on top of the cliff, overlooking them. So you don't have to disengage. You can take the dodge action, and
the dodge action also works. Anything that will keep us from not getting super deaded, we will do.
Absolutely.
You are currently 65 feet away from this creature.
Yeah.
We'll take the dodge action then and just prep for when we actually can cast spells again.
Got it. And that is the twins, and now it is its turn.
Yep.
Its three hooves like slowly stomp as it skitters much quicker than you think a creature this large should be able to move, as it just kind of jitters and moves towards you. The voices and sounds in your minds, it itself is completely silent as it moves up right onto Rayonde and Helene.
It has moved 40 feet closer.
All right, it is going to make a.
It's going to try and stomp on you with its hoof.
Yep. It's going to go after you, Rayonde. A 25 to hit. Yep. You're going to take 21 bludgeoning damage as it slams a hoof down on you, knocking you prone.
With the sheer weight and mass of this creature, as it slams you down, you can feel its weight. You move Helene out of the way to take the brunt of the damage.
But then as it does, it leans its bodily mass down as the multiple mouths on it. One bites at you and one Rayonde, and one bites at you, Helene. 17 to hit you, Rayonde?
That's what it needed. That's my armor class.
All right. And then a 19 for you, Helene.
Yeah, that hits.
Helene, one of the mouths writhing off one of these tendrils, bites down into your shoulder and doing 24 points of piercing damage.
And Rayonde, you trying to get your body to protect Helene as one of them catches you right in the ribs, takes a large chunk out. You're going to take 15 piercing damage.
Helene looks very rough right now.
I mean, neither of us are looking great.
And that is its turn. It is now Xander's turn.
Okay, cool. 666.
So you're roughly about 20 feet from it. As it has moved closer, Rayonde and Helene are on the ground in front of it. Aiden is actually right next to it, but it doesn't seem to notice Aiden, who is like kind of peering around one of these stalagmites as you are looking down at it from the top on the ledge of this little platform that you guys have found.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna rally on or use my can I use my bonus action, or is that at the end? I guess I wanna give some temp HP to Rayonde.
You can
Absolutely.
use your actions at any point.
Yeah, you can use a bonus action in the middle of your actions if you want. So you can absolutely rally and give some temporary hit points.
Okay, cool. Can I do it this way though?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a mushroom.
Yes, you can.
And I'm gonna
Oh,
just chuck it at Rayonde. And I'm like, here, I believe in you, Rayonde. And then I would like to, if I can do this, I guess run up to it. You said 20 feet, right?
Yeah, it's about 20 feet away from you.
So I'd like to, I guess I have to jump down too, huh? Well, then I would like to fall off and then run towards this beast and slice at it with my sword with the pointy end.
Go ahead and make a acrobatics check.
Yep.
Okay. I can try.
How many hit points did I get back from this foolishness?
Oh, I need to actually roll that. It's it's a 1d10 from this foolishness. You got 8. If that is.
Nice.
You're trying to get me addicted to fungus, like all of you. If I don't do that, my body is a temple.
Look, we're fun guys, all right?
And then what did I? Yeah, I need to do the acrobatics. Yes, yes.
Acrobatics to go down the hill, down the cliff face.
That was 15. Yeah, 15 exactly.
Okay, yeah, you easily like just hit it and slide down as you go, pulling your greatsword.
Yes, great sword.
Pulling your greatsword off your back as you move up to it within 5 feet to attack it.
All right, I'd like to smack it in its foot or hoof.
Yeah, absolutely.
3 times, if that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna do a little 1, 2, 3.
Sounds good.
First one's 17.
17 just hits.
Second one is 21, and the third one is a 15.
The 15 will miss.
So your first two slash into this purplish black body hide. The second cuts even deeper, and as it feels like there's not really bone behind this, as it just sinks into the flesh, and then the hoof picks up as your blade rakes across the bottom of the hoof, not doing any damage to it. Go ahead.
But 2 hits, give us that damage.
That's 21 total overall.
Got it.
10.
And-
Yes.
Is there any magic to your blade whatsoever?
Oh, God, that would be nice, right?
All right. And you carve into it. You notice that your blade, it's difficult to cut through it, but you do manage to cut a few gouges into this massive fleshy hoof.
Leg. That's like a tree trunk.
Helene, it is your turn.
Whatever happened to that the guy in robes and the dwarven wizard guy? They're still around, or
He is. You actually notice him kind of directly kind of in front of you, holding on to a stalagmite. He is bound in chains.
Yeah, but the other, okay, so the ebony-skinned man with the soothing voice and the sultan attire, and the Egyptian man with the white mask with the black ichor pouring out, seem to have disappeared in the chaos of the bats, as you did not see them get consumed in the chaos that the other cultists did.
Yep.
But the dwarven man is still there.
Yeah, he is. He's about 40 feet away from you.
and what does he look like he's doing? He's just holding on to a.
He's like trying to pick himself up, but he is actually bound in chains. And was able to like throw him over the stalagmite to keep from being sucked into the black hole. And so he's just trying to get up, but it's really hard because he almost has like no arms,
And he
per se,
too,
because
he too looks like he is just now waking up from being unconscious.
Yep.
Helene's gonna try to. Do I know if like a dispel magic would work on those chains?
They look mundane. They don't look magical in nature. So you can try, but probably if there are just mundane chains and manacles, dispel magic probably isn't gonna do
Yeah.
much. Probably need the old 1-2 thief tools.
She's going to turn herself into gaseous cloud and try and move closer to him.
All right.
Or actually, you know what? I can hit him with the gaseous form. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make him a fart cloud so that he can get out of the grip. That's what I'm
Awesome.
gonna
Yeah. And you watch as you cast this and kind of point it at him, you watch as his entire body just dissolves into smoke, and you watch the chains crumple to the ground as he's hovering and floating in this fart cloud, as you put it. Yeah, he will.
Helene just smiles and goes, "Works every time."
Do you want to stand up because you are prone, and there is this massive tentacle beast standing right over you?
Oh yeah. Do I still have enough action to like get away or do anything like that? Move?
You stand up. That's half your movement. So if you're, I believe you have a speed of 30.
Must check. My layout's all weird. Yes.
Okay, so you have 15 feet of movement to move away if you want. You know this thing has a reach of 15, so if you stay within that 15, it won't get an attack of opportunity on you, but you can at least move away from it if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to back up just a little bit and
Okay.
get to like right at the edge.
Yep, you kind of back up and you look and you're about 5 feet away from the cliff face where you guys rested for the night.
Yeah.
And about 15 feet away from it.
You have put Xander in between you two.
Yep. But it is. Is that your turn? Are you done?
I think
you have a bonus action left, but you've used your action and your movement.
I'm trying to figure out if I have a bonus action that is like a shield of some sort, since I'm very obviously about to get beat up.
Aiden, you're on deck. Rayonde, you're in the hole.
I think I can. I think I can activate a shield as a reaction. Sorry, it is very new.
That's okay. So yeah. So if you get
added new spells.
it's all good. If you get hit, you can use your reaction to cast a shield and hopefully raise your AC enough not to get hit.
Gotcha. Okay, so she has a +2 right now because she's concentrating to her AC. So yeah, if
Absolutely.
I go to get hit, I'll do it then. Sweet.
Sounds good. At the end of your turn, it is going to spend a legendary action, and it's going to bring this massive hoof foot up and slam it down on Xander.
Ooh, does an 18 hit?
Are you guys cheating? That's exactly my AC.
Oh man,
no, I was hopeful.
I know. All right, as it brings this foot up and slams it down onto you, it knocks you prone as you get hooved. Roll this damage. You're going to take 19 points of bludgeoning damage. And it is now Aiden's turn.
Yeah. So the thing I did was successful. So, hear me out. What if I try it again? This is the same principle by which I end up eating a lot of mushrooms, but we don't need to talk about that. What we need to talk about is I rolled an 18 and a 20 because I was coming from a hide, so I got advantage on the...
Yeah, you did. So there's not a
It
natural
actually
20?
did something you... The rogue 20.
Oh, a dirty 20? That's still good.
No, a nat 20.
Nat 20.
natural.
It's a good feeling on a rogue,
Ooh,
and
that is
I
a
did
good
not expect
feeling.
it because
All
I
right.
also rolled well earlier today. And that's
Yeah.
not how it's supposed to do.
And for those that do not know the D4 rules about crits, the rogue's first weapon die is going to be max. So you only roll one more on your weapon die, so that is not doubled. But that is to reassure that you do not roll 2 1s, because that is the worst.
It's the worst.
And
The worst
you
is
are
not
Go
the
ahead
best.
and let's hear that beautiful roll
Yeah,
of bajillions of
we're
dice.
gonna need to be here for a while.
And
So
Rayonde,
I'll be taking my bonus action to hide.
Got it.
Again at disadvantage. So I roll a 22. And maybe I'll get back to you.
That sounds good. We're gonna go ahead and move to Rayonde. Let me know what your total is, and the twins, you're on deck now.
And as amazing as that rogue attack is going to be, is your weapon magical?
It is not, but my charm is.
Oh, that
Got
is.
it. That
You kill it
is.
with that smile. Rayonde.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just try to buy some time for my friends here. So I'm gonna try to go out in a blaze of glory. I'm gonna take my first shot at it.
Okay. You are prone, so I imagine you want to stand up.
I'll take half my movement to stand up.
Stand up. And what are you hitting it with?
My sword.
All right, longsword.
Okay, so let's see. I got a dirty 20 to hit it. I am going to do a stunning strike on it.
Okay.
With that, I'm spending a key
Got it.
point.
And that's a con save.
Yeah, it's DC 15.
Well, that is a natural 1. However, it is going to use one of its legendary resistances to pass that stunning strike.
Okay. I'm going to hit it again, and I'm going to try to do the same thing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll again.
It's real smart.
So that is an 18 total.
18 will hit.
Ooh, that's a con save?
17.
No, that's a 6.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, so 17. Sorry. I was looking at its base con, not its.
Saving throw.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, and then I'm going to do an unarmed attack as a bonus action and to set up agile parry for next round.
Okay, copy
Okay.
that.
So, unarmed strike. That is an 11.
11 will miss. Did you give me your damage on your 2 longsword attacks?
I did not, but I will.
While you do that, Aiden, what's your total?
61.
And is that pre-halved? No.
No, that is not pre-halved. That is dice numbers.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, got
Thank
it.
you-
Thank you very much.
And
Thank you.
As you kind of sneak up on it, using your friends as the distraction, getting up, but almost underneath it, you bring your short sword up and just stab straight up into the body and kind of carve down and bring it down. And as you move away, you're kind of drenched in this black ichorish like blood that just covers part of you as you move and slink back into the shadows of the stalagmite that you were hiding on.
there's like a silver sheen to this black, is almost like micro glitter is mixed into it.
Oh, that'll never get off.
What'd you get, Rayonde?
I had a total of 17 points of damage
Got
between
it.
the 2 attacks, and it does count as magical.
Yes,
Yes,
because
it
you are
does.
Kinsei. You use
Can
the
say weapons. Yeah.
Way of the Kinsei to carve deep into this flesh once again. And again, every time you're attacking and hitting this thing, you hear screams in your mind as you hear the pain of 1,000 people echo out.
And with that, it still does not see where Aiden is. It just felt this sharp stab, but at the end of Roundy's turn, it's going to spend another legendary action, and it is going to try to bite Xander,
Can
who
it,
is
can it do
prone.
that? Is it stunned?
It is not. Did a 17 fail?
It rolled a 17 on its second one.
Yes.
I thought you said it was a 6.
No. He rolled a 6 on the die. It has a plus 11 con save.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right then. So it
Yeah.
burned another legendary, or sorry, it made its second.
It
Made
made
it
it second,
second, yeah.
burned 1 legendary resistance.
Cool.
So is going to attempt to bite Xander. Sorry for the confusion on that. And we are going to roll with advantage. 16. It will miss, yeah. Yeah, you bring, as one of the tentacles comes down with one of the mouths on it, you bring your greatsword up and kind of put it in the jaws of it and kind of wrestle it down and move it out, keeping it from connecting to you. It is the twins' turn.
So
you are-
we still can't speak. So what we'd like to spend our action doing is trying to determine what kind of creature this is, like
Absolutely.
what it's or where it's from, like what it is. What kind of check would you say that is?
Arcana.
Sweet. Not great. Only a 13.
It is definitely an aberration, and even with a 13, that you can tell that this most likely comes from the far realm.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't know what it is. You've never seen it or even read anything about it, but it is definitely an aberration from the far realm.
And I will say, for Aiden and Karrin and Kerrin, your gibbering and the what was affecting your mind has faded away as you now have full understanding and grasp of the environment, watching everything you can now cast on your next turn.
Yep.
And you no longer have detriments to your dex.
Yep.
It bleeds. Got it. I'm cool now.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, and as you start to the twins, as they start to like really try to rack their brains and try to see, and you get this is far realms. I got it. I understand. I know where it's from, and you're able to steal your mind and bring your thoughts back into one solid pair of thoughts, and you no longer have that detriment.
And then the tentacle that lashes out and the saliva that's dripping on Xander then reaches further forth. Does a 14 hit you, Helene?
It does, but if I use my shield, it will not.
Awesome.
In the last second, you bring up this arcane weave as it slams up against this shield, and you can see it writhing like an octopus tentacle against a glass fish tank, and then pulls back and retracts.
As you bring up this shield, this golden shield that kind of mirrors the amulet that you were given, and that symbol kind of comes up at the last second, and it blocks the tentacle blow from slamming into you, as it then kind of hovers and stays with you, protecting you until the start of your next turn.
And then it is its turn.
Yep. And now on its turn, it is going to
One on each.
Yep. It is going to bring again that same mouth is going to try to come down on you, Xander.
Does a 23 hit?
You got that?
That definitely hits. I'd like to parry.
Absolutely.
It says just expend one superiority die. Yeah.
And while you do that, Rayonde, a hoof is coming down to kick you right in the chest. A 27, I'm sure, will hit you.
I just got a 9, so whatever the damage is, it's just -9. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
Take total of 13 points of piercing damage as this mouth. Then you bring your sword down, seeing that it is no longer looking towards you, as it then rakes back across your body, and the teeth literally scratch across your chest, slithering back towards its form.
Rayonde, as you just kind of cut to trying to find a way to stun this creature, it brings a hoof up and kicks you square in the chest, bringing you back down to the ground as you take 22 bludgeoning damage. As it tries to pin you to keep you down on the ground. And Helene, the tentacle again comes lashing out at you, trying to wrap around you to bring you closer to it.
Does a 16 break your arcane shield? It'd be AC +5.
It does not.
And once again, it slams up against this arcane symbol and is like writhing across right in front of you.
And the goddess that has been with your family since you were little is still with you. From the amulet that your grandfather gave you is still protecting you and keeping you safe, as you can feel it pressing against your chest. That is going to now bring us to Xander's turn.
Quick question.
Absolutely.
It raked me and then it stomped me, so it took both of those amount of damage?
No.
I was raked.
Yep.
Yes.
Or you were raked? Okay.
Yep.
I'm
It
a-
attacked you, Xander, and Helene.
So I would like to just go full Rambo and use my action surge. So
All right.
And I'm gonna attack it with my great sword, since it's like right on top of me, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm assuming you spend your half your movement to stand up.
I was about to say that. I would like to get up.
Yeah.
I would like to stand up, and then I am going to roll for those hits. First one's 29. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Hey,
Hey,
all right.
awesome.
So go ahead and just roll all your attacks. We'll keep track of what hits, and so crit.
All right. Next one is 27.
That hits.
Next one is 12.
That one will miss.
And next one is 21.
That'll hit.
Yeah, that's all my attacks, I think. Yeah.
Nope, you got 2 more attacks. You
What's
action surge, right?
Yeah, I did.
You get 3 attacks. You get 3 more attacks on that action surge, so you have 2 more attacks.
Yeah, you
I
have
got 19.
A 19 will hit.
And and a 17.
17
just hits.
hits. So you have a go ahead and roll the crit first,
Okay.
and then 4 hits.
How? Wait. Just because I am not familiar how.
Okay. So you're gonna roll 2d6, and you'll automatically add 12 plus your strength modifier.
And any maneuvers
Yeah,
you
any
might want to.
superiority die. If you want to burn a superiority die on this crit, by all means,
I would
do it.
like to do that.
Yeah, and then you'll double those superiority die as well.
Okay. I'm just
Yep, Helene, you're on deck. Aiden, you're in the hole. And then you'll on top of that you'll have 4 more hits to roll damage for. They're just regular damage. While you calculate those, we're going to go ahead and move to Helene just to keep the combat moving. So Helene, you are 15 feet. As you come up, the magical shield kind of dissolves and dissipates away as you have watched the gaseous form of the dwarf kind of move back and kind of around to kind of hide behind the stalagmite that it was holding on to, just to kind of keep away and safe. But you were still concentrating on that, so your +2 to your armor class is still active. What do you do?
I'm going to shout towards the dwarven guy, like, a little help would be nice. And I am going to activate banishment on him, actually. I'm going to cast banishment.
Nice. Okay. What save is that?
Charisma 16.
Okay.
On the monster, to be specific, not on the wizard guy.
You sure? You sure?
Help! Banish.
Yeah.
Ooh.
how many hit? Just so I'm making sure I'm counting these right.
You had 1 crit and then 4 hits.
Okay, cool. I have the damage for those.
Okay, what is it?
The first one is 38, the crit.
Okay.
Very excited about that, just so you know. The next one is 16, 14, and then 12. Well, 16, 14, no, my bad. 16, 14, 16, 12. Right? That's 4.
Got it.
16, 14, yeah. Sorry. Math is fun.
All right, yes, you with these just rapid swings that just carve deep into this flesh, you see chunks of it falling off, and you see that black silvery ichor just pouring onto the ground as Helene looks towards an area down some tunnel that you haven't really paid attention to this whole time, and yells out for help, then tries to banish this creature, and that is a 21 to save.
What's your spell DC, Helene?
Sorry, say that again.
What's your spell save DC?
Is that different than my armor class?
Yeah, it's the DC of what we're trying to beat with the spell save. So it should be under
16.
banishment. 16. Got it. Yeah. So it got a 21. So you do it and you watch its form quiver for just a second, but then it stays in this plane of existence.
You try to send it back from whence it came.
Anything else you want to do? You want to move away any further?
I don't have any actions left, do I?
You don't have any actions left, but you can move. You have 30 feet of movement. You can attempt to get back up on the ledge if you want.
Does it have an advantage attack on me if I do that this time?
It will have an opportunity attack against you if you move away.
I'm in pretty bad shape, so I'm going to stay right here.
Okay. All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to make a legendary action, and it is going to attack Xander, who just unloaded on it. It is going to it is going to kick you in the chest to, again, try to bring you back down into the prone state, which it will hit with a 22. And you will take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Can I parry that too?
Absolutely,
Of
you can,
course.
as long as you got superiority die.
Like, I got a few left.
And your turn came around since the last time, so you got your reaction back, so you can absolutely reaction parry that.
And
A 6 for that.
Okay, so you'll take math 15 instead,
and
or no, that's so wrong. It's 12 instead.
Like, wait a minute.
Math is good. I can do math. This is why I use D&D Beyond to do my math for me.
and as it goes to slam down on you, and when you are cutting into it, you all hear those screams echo out in your mind again. We need everyone to make wisdom saving throws.
I am unconscious, I think, from the stomping. So
It did not. Did I say Rayonde? Because I totally meant Xander.
yeah.
That is totally my bad, and I am so sorry on that. That is all my fault, and I apologize. It was attacking Xander, not Rayonde, and I am so sorry about that.
Yeah,
I was tracking it. Don't worry.
Yeah, that is my dyslexia coming in again, and I apologize.
Last time didn't see me, didn't have to make a whiz save. This time didn't see me, should I?
Still doesn't have to make. Nope, you still do not have to make a wisdom save.
has to know you are there.
Yep.
I got an 11. Yay.
All right. You're going to take 7 points of psychic damage and disadvantage on your next attack.
Karrin and Kerrin.
We have a 16.
You will take 7 points of psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on your next attack. Rayonde. I actually mean Rayonde this time.
The Dragonborn monk.
Yeah.
An 18 on my
You
wisdom.
are
save.
fine. And Helene.
All of my muting is bothering me. Sorry, it's I'm hardware muted and software muted. Sorry, could you say that one more time? Because I actually just had to DM Dave about a question about Helene's sheet real quick, so I kind of missed that. That was my bad. I do apologize.
The screams echo out in your brain again as it reaches out into all of your minds. It was a wisdom saving throw.
Gotcha. Oh, 19.
You are fine as you ward off these screams, thinking about someone else in a far off plane.
All right. It is now Aiden's turn.
All right, so to review, unsuccessful at moving it to a different plane of existence. To be determined, reintroducing it to the plane of existence. I would like to, with all consistency, do the /
Sounds good.
once more.
Existence is pain, Aiden.
It is when I'm in charge. That's a 27 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. Good. That's hard.
Rayonde, and I do mean Rayonde, you're on deck. The twins are in the hole.
28.
28 damage. Got it.
And now I can roll that again. Goodbye. Without disadvantage, which is nice.
Yes.
Still a 22 though. I'm reliable.
All right.
Good old 22.
Rayonde, what's your turn?
All right. I'm using a bonus action to sharpen the blade, spending 3 key points.
Nice.
And then I'm going to try to attack it again.
Sounds good.
That is a +8 hit. That is a 17 on the first one.
17 just hits.
Oh, okay. So yeah, DC 15 con save for it.
It fails. It will burn its second legendary resistance.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
Or actually, I'd like to spend another key point to make that into a death strike.
Got it.
As well.
Absolutely.
So, oh, and that's another 8 points of damage.
What was the damage on the first one? Another 8?
I didn't roll the damage for the first one.
All good. No.
Let me get that. That is a D10
I'm mostly here to stun. Okay.
It's fair. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll the con save for the second stun.
You should. Okay, so that was 10 plus 8. So 18 total damage for that first attack.
And
And
both
then-
of us were stunned.
I'm stunning on both of them. So
Okay.
okay, so that's an 18 on the second as well.
That also hits.
And did you pre-roll for the?
I did, and it uses its last legendary resistance. But you have burned through them.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's something, isn't it?
As you
I think that's it for me. Yeah.
damage on that last
on the
one.
second attack.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
I got so excited about the stunning. That is a nice. Oh, actually, sorry, I forgot to add in my sharpen the blade damage to the
Okay.
earlier one.
Yeah,
So
give me a
so-
total.
Okay, so with that, the new one is 16, 19 points of damage.
Got it.
Nice.
Yeah, you come in and just carving, and your blade is slicing into it, and just tendrils of this black silvery ichor just pours out of it. It is it's not looking too hot.
And it is Karrin and Kerrin's turn.
Okay, so I have a question.
Mhm.
Were Karrin and Kerrin kind of able to get a sense of why Helene's attempt at banishment didn't work?
It passed the save.
Right.
So
Cool.
it willed
Yep.
itself back into existence.
So the two of them kind of look at each other and kind of like each grasping their holy symbol. They also grab each other's shoulders and then like pull from their holy symbol this kind of light that they then shoot towards the creature, and they are going to try to cast banishment. And that's going to be a 16 for the save.
A 15.
Bye-bye.
Oh man.
Bye-bye.
Oh man. Awesome.
Yep.
Bye now.
So
Still in your mind, able to speak words fluently, you find your twin helping you and centering you as you center yourselves. And then with that, you use the light that radiates out, and you see this very much so like it started from the beginning of how you got here. The whole room radiates in a white light. And then you see this thing shake and writhe and get smaller and smaller as it then condenses back down into this black orb and then blinks out of existence. And there is silence.
You watch as the gaseous form of the dwarf makes its way over to where you are.
Is everybody
And-
all right?
That was incredible.
Yeah.
That was a little rough.
I'm hurting pretty bad.
It's not coming back, is it?
As long as nobody hurts us, we're fine. Just give us a minute.
What's with this thing right here? This is that Helene? Is that a fart?
Oh no, actually, Karrin, you said it's going to be back in a minute.
No, it's not from this plane of existence, so it's not going to come back. Just don't break our concentration. Thank you.
I want to
Yeah.
poke them. I want to poke them so bad, but I know that it would be really bad for us. So with supreme self-control that frankly should be congratulated, I do not poke the clerics.
Helene, do you dissipate the gaseous form of
Or recoalesce it back into the dwarf.
Yeah.
and as you do, this older dwarf kind of stumbles and goes to kind of to his knees, and as he does, you see before you
A man with intricate arcane robes with obvious arcane runes woven through the fabric, creating a unique texture through the heavy linen monk cloth, despite it being torn and shredded before you watch it as it stitches itself back together. His black and white beard, which is now scraggly and unkempt, seems to have some braids left, showing the dark hair woven into arcane runes through the knotwork of the white.
His skin is pale and flushed with a slight damp cold sweat. Heavy dark circles rest on the bags of his eyes. His wrists, bruised and cut from the iron manacles, lead up to his mangled and broken fingers, preventing him from completing any somatic movements to cast spells. And as he does, he looks to you and says, "Thank you. I am Master Brufor Orfil of my hands. I broke my hands." And as he says this, and you move to get to him, there is a sudden ripple throughout reality.
As you see a small blink of where that thing was, and you know you're still holding concentration, but it seems that the magic that was used to cast it here, the ritual so deep and dark. Suddenly you see the black ichor that drips across the stone floor become bubble and boil into black tendrils of smoke. And you are then sucked in through that ripple from where the ritual was cast. As the dwarf again anchors himself onto the stone, grabbing onto one of the stalagmites, separating you through time and space. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Ooh. Thank you all so much. We hope you enjoyed our takeover of A Darkened Wish, the series. Let's go around and once again let everyone know where they can find you on the internets. We'll start with you, May.
Hi there, I'm Mayleigh Damage. You can find me on all the socials, just / Mayleigh Damage, MAYLEIGH. I am everywhere. I also have a Patreon where I run games. I am taking a break currently from the show that I DM right now, which is Denver by Night. We'll be back in August here on Q Times. Over on Q Times. We still film with them, even though we're on D&D. But yeah, check that out. And if you want me to run a game for you too, and that includes you too, since you've come this way to run a wonderful game for us. If you guys ever want a game, let me know. I'll run one for you.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah. Sam.
I don't run games, but I can be found on Twitter. In fact, I do no running at all. Running. Bad choices. Bad choices. Find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, CHAIKOVSKY. Catch me on Twitch. My About page has my whole schedule for what I do as a personal streamer, as well as my role-playing games throughout the internet. That's twitch.tv/Delevely, DELEVELY. Other than that, I'm just going to be around avoiding long walks on the beach because I don't do those either.
Aki.
I love you, Sam.
Following Sam is always just. I'm sorry, you guys. I just can't. I can't. I'm Aki. You can find me on Twitter. I mean, even bothering to try is an exercise in futility. And we both know I don't do much exercise either. So I'm Aki. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at MixGenie in a Bottle. That's MXGINIINABOTTLE. And yeah, you can also find me on my Twitch, Shidare Aki, SHIDAREAKI, and all of my entire schedule is there as well. Look for some changes coming up here in the future.
Nice.
D'Artagnan.
Hello, I'm D'Artagnan Mattaliano. I play Xander. You can find me at Dios. You can find me at Dom Mattaliano at any of the socials. And also, I also love you, Sam, so much. I love all of you, actually, to be honest. But Sam, you just really get me dying at all the right times.
My goal in life, my friend. My goal in life.
Go ahead.
Alcuin.
Oh, hey, I'm Alcuin Gersh. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter as Different Elves. That's different_elves. Or other shows on Q Times.
All right. Again, I am Dustin. You can find me at FlashFletch on Twitter.
And I'm Devin. You can find me at Devin is not here on Twitter.
You can find our stream D4 at D4D&D RPG across all social media platforms.
And you can watch D4 live every Sunday right here on the D&D Twitch channel at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
As always, please be excellent to each other.
And may you always roll with advantage.
Good night, everybody.